So, apologies while we get that fixed. I'm sure my streaming people will tell me if we need to go to break.
I think we're
wait,
back.
it's back.
Yep.
Yep. Beautiful.
Carry on, everyone.
All right.
We just now have it split into 2 videos, so you're welcome, John.
Sorry, John.
Had to stop.
I feel
and
like
restart.
we need to not be apologizing to John, but be apologizing to whoever edits this, because I genuinely don't remember who it is.
Well, whoever
I
it
mean
is, sorry.
that too.
It's me. It's me.
Oh,
well.
sorry, Jack.
Well, then you did it to yourself. Oh, wait, no.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that would bring us to Ragnar's initiative.
Okay, Ragnar is going to take the opportunity to cast Armor of Agathis on himself at 2nd level. Because fuck these little assholes. And
Can you put the description for that in chat, please?
I will. Let me find it. Bum. There you go. So yeah, this salty frost just coalesces out of the air and coats his armor.
All right.
But basically anytime, so I've got 10 temporary hit points, and while I have those, anybody that hits me with a melee attack takes 10 cold damage. No save.
Nice.
They just have to take it. And he will step up here towards this one that's running away. Or no, wait, that's the dead one. Sorry.
Nope, the dead one's hit. The red one.
Sorry,
one with the red dot on
yeah,
it.
he'll step up towards the one that Cat hit.
Yep.
Trying to see. Oh, and hang on a second. I want to see one thing. Because he does still have a bonus action left. So we are also going to cast Spiritual Weapon. Right in front of this little motherfucker.
Okay. All right, make your spiritual weapon attack.
Okay. 27 to hit him.
All right. There you go. There's your spiritual weapon.
It's a hammer.
Yes, it is. 27 will hit. Roll your damage.
13 force damage.
So Ragnar, you glowing with this blue frosty light, put up a hand and just sort of wave, and this tiny little thing is cartoonishly splat under a hammer. Oh, that attack actually had disadvantage. I don't think you can you're gonna miss, but just roll again just in case.
Hey, another 27.
Well,
Yep.
there you go.
Let me.
You get the sense that these things are very challenging to hit, as even your magical blade, there's half a second where you're not quite sure if you made contact. Technically, everything should have disadvantage, but I forgot, so we're moving on.
All right. Well, I will put on my toggle so I know.
Scott.
My turn. So as a free action, Scott will call out Kill Stealer in Elven, and start giggling a little. And then I shall go into a rage, because that is a thing. So this one is now dead, but there are these ones over here, right?
Yeah, sorry, I'll put the marker on that one.
Cool. Alright, I think if I go here, Yeah, if I go there, then I'm in range for a few of them, which is good to do. Okay, so I will then go reckless, so that I don't have disadvantage, and I shall swing. I'm gonna go for the one above me first.
Okay.
It's a 16 to hit.
16 will just hit. Or
Sweet.
you have disadvantage.
I went reckless so that I don't.
Right.
Yep. So that's 12 slashing to that one. If it is still alive, then I will hit it again.
It is not still alive.
It is not. All right, then I will switch my second attack to that one.
Okay.
And because I've gone reckless, I still don't have disadvantage. That's a 12.
That
though.
will miss.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. So, yeah, you make your second attack, but this thing just ducks into the grass, and you end up taking off quite a bit of grass, but no quickly.
Cool.
Alright.
The fact that we've murdered 3 of them in quick succession and they're still laughing makes me very worried about these things' perspective on outlooks.
When you have 10 hit points, you live fast, you die fast. No, that's an actual quote from the description of how to play these
That's
things.
amazing.
Yeah. All right. So that'll bring it back to Click Clack.
All right. Well, he's annoyed now. 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30. And Bedeep.
13, unfortunately, just misses. As it sort of lands on your sword for half a second and then gets back down in the grass. Yeah.
Oh, these motherfuckers.
And it brings it back to their turn. So this one's gonna sort of set off running away from Ska. Because he's not in your melee range, he's actually going to use his 120 feet of glorious movement to avoid it. He'll sort of run up to Ragnar, go, ooh, cold, no, nah.
So do I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah, you do, because he ran up. He was smart enough not to attack.
25!
Alright, 25, make your attack.
10 radiant damage.
Yeah, you splat him. As he runs away from the cold, the radiant energy kills him. Let me take a look at... He's not gonna attack, he's gonna do something else.
It's still an attack if they stab you in the eyeball.
It's not an attack roll. Not an attack roll. So, Click Clack, make me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
Perception or insight, your choice.
Perception. 11.
He's hiding in your feathers.
Kind of. So you don't spot the creature quite as he ducks in. You're sort of preparing to parry another sword attack. But then he he darts in, and when you next see him, he's holding up your thieves' tools kit above his head. Neener, neener, neener. Having swiped that off of you with a 27 sleight of hand check.
Oh.
And he's on my head?
At the moment, yes.
Okay.
Holding up your thieves' tools. Yeah, he's not gonna run away because he saw what happened to the last one that did that, but he's gonna move to the other side of you. Sort of jumping down, running sort of through your feathers and off around you. Literally and figuratively ruffling Click-Clack's feathers. The other two that I forgot about, and the other two, are gonna all dart down to Dogpile Ska with their friend. They don't really need to worry about
Bring it on.
flanking because advantage, so... I should have given them more room to run around. It doesn't matter.
See, this is why I didn't mind going reckless, because they already
Okay.
had advantage.
Well, they didn't already have advantage. They have to use flanking to get advantage, but they don't now. So that is 15 attacks going at Ska, all with advantage.
Wow.
Yep, Ska's dead.
Not necessarily I'm raging.
20. I'm gonna go one at a time.
Okay.
23 hits,
Yes.
9 piercing damage.
9. Okay.
27 hits, so 8 piercing damage.
Okay. Hold on. I need a
That's-
calculator for half damage.
After half, that's a total of 8 so far.
Thank you.
25, I assume, hits.
Yeah. My AC is 15, so yeah.
10.
There's 5.
So, as a reminder, you can just minus in your character sheet. Yeah.
Yep.
That's another 7 reduced to 3.
Okay.
Oops. $13. Wait, no. 17. 17 hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
8 reduced to 4.
Okay.
Wait, how many attacks was that? 1, 2, 4. That's 5.
And that's a lawnmower.
24 hits for 9, reduced to 4. 13 will miss.
Mhm.
7 attacks. 27's gonna hit for 8, reduced again to 4.
Cat, you're gonna have to mute.
Oh dear
I
God!
was like, that's not me.
Oh, sorry, I thought you
there's
were saying
someone
that was
outside
Cat.
vacuuming the pool, probably.
Oh, okay.
Can
Never
you
mind.
guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Yeah.
Cool. I
I'm like, this guy's
apologize.
done.
There's no way for me to stop this. I live in an apartment.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that would be a 26 for 7,
Reduced to 3.
reduced to 3.
Oh man.
Yeah, these things are good. 8 reduced to 4.
Okay, they're just whittling away at me.
Death
How
by
many
a
more
thousand
attacks?
cuts.
Yeah, every single hit does not hurt all that much, especially in your raging state. But from the outside, it's very clear that Sky is being pincushioned.
Yeah. She's probably howling just for the narrative of it. I just love the sound.
That is 10.
Oh man.
5 more. 24
5
hit.
more, minus 5.
10 reduced to 5.
Okay.
25 hits. 9 reduced to 4.
Oh my goodness.
19. Wait, no, sorry. 14 misses. Never mind.
Correct.
26 hits, and that's the first natural run I've rolled this entire stretch. So that's 7 reduced to
3.
7 reduced to 3.
How many more attacks are coming at me?
Just the last one.
Oh god. Okay, good.
9 reduced to 4. As
Alright.
they all sort of pile in and try and take out the biggest threat before she can attack them.
But they don't. I still have 10 hit points.
But they just barely do not manage it.
I would like to be known that my maximum hit points is 78. And I would have been higher had I'd been able to rage before they hit me with that first attack.
Yep. And they sort of all simultaneously look at each other and go, uh-oh.
Scott will growl at them.
Ragnar, your turn.
Okay. So he starts out, he's moving here. Now, because of Ska's primal path, he's going to have advantage, which should counter the disadvantage on his 2 attacks, right?
Yes, he will.
Okay.
Yep.
So first attack is against this one on the bottom.
Yeah. Go ahead.
22,
Hits.
14 radiant.
Splat.
Okay. And then moving up, this one right between us. 19.
Yeah.
17 damage.
Yeah.
And then he's going to move his spiritual weapon to here for his bonus action and attack this one.
And that also gets advantage, so make your roll flat.
Okay. 17.
Yep.
7 damage.
So you hammer. Unfortunately, this one does not get hammered quite as much to death.
Okay.
But it's clearly very low.
And then he'll say, "Get behind me, Ska."
Yeah. We'll see if that happens. Because raging.
Scott, it's your turn.
I was gonna say,
Does
my
that
turn.
happen?
No, Scott is going to attack this one first. And I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go reckless. So that it cancels out any disadvantage.
Okay.
That's a 25 for 13 slashing. Is that one down?
Yep.
Awesome.
That one's down.
Then I'm gonna go for that one as my extra attack. That's a 24 for 12 slashing.
Nicely
Yep.
done.
Nice. And then she will just turn around and like growl at the last one standing.
Time to go.
And
Click,
that
like
will
you
be
hear
my
the
turn.
one on you go, oh. But click, clack, it's your turn. This
I
thing
am
just stole your thieves'
stabbing
tools kit.
at my head.
I am stabbing.
There is
my head.
literally no other way to describe it.
Didn't he go down though?
Standing on my head.
I thought
Oh.
he ran down and away from you, not on your head
Oh,
anymore.
that's right. He's not.
Yeah.
on my head.
Yeah.
He got off your head. He's not actually allowed to sit there. He doesn't have that ability. But yeah, click clack, make me attack.
Oh my god. Click is having a shit day.
That is such a Jeremy roll though, because
That was a
it's natural
mistake.
20. I mean, your average
For
hasn't
those-
changed.
For those at home, he rolled disadvantage, a natural 20, and a natural 1. Because
Oh, no.
Jeremy.
On the plus side, it's not on your head anymore. Because otherwise...
I'm gonna be playing from down here for the rest of the session because I don't think I can get back up.
Okay, just let us know if you need, like, us to call someone or something.
Oh, motherfucker.
This thing just continues laughing and starts going through your thieves' tools. And that makes it their turn. And the two that are still alive after the slaughter that Ragnar and Ska put upon them are going to take the disengage action and bolt. Let's see if this map even allows for that much distance. It does not.
I want to play a Quickling Rogue.
No. Actually, I'm going to revise my statement. There are obviously opportunities to become quicklings here. Yeah,
We're
as they
transforming
run.
Click-Clack into a Quickling.
See, I thought you were going to revise your statement the way I normally revise such statements. No. Hold on. Let me rephrase. Fuck no.
That is what I thought was going to happen
totally
as well.
cool with transfiguring a player character into a quickling. They're just going to have all of the disadvantages that come with that hit them really hard. But yes, you are left with lots of spattered tiny corpses.
Ragnar,
And-
picks one up by the ankle and just sort of dangles it. The fuck are these things all loading about?
Ska will, probably, howl one more time. And then just sit down on the ground and start panting. And look at Ragnar. That fucking hurt.
Did
Why?
they
It's
just
like trying to
vanish?
fight a swarm of bees.
They ran off 120 feet in a direction.
Like that's gonna stop me from running after.
That's
The one
fine. I
with
was
my
trying
big
to see
tool?
if you wanted to or not. But I think the other two are having this conversation as you do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the map is not accurate because the map is not big enough for you to run after something on, but they moved 120 feet and you were in melee with them before, so you can catch up if you want to dash.
Actually, I can't. Dashing gets me 90 feet.
Never mind. You can try and run after them.
They're gonna lose ground, but they're gonna have to stop at some point. And I'm betting that their constitution is probably lower than mine.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That is not an unfair assumption for Clickback to make. So I'm going to say after about 2 rounds, or after Click-Clack's about 180 feet away, Scott and Ragnar, you notice that your bird friend has darted off into the trees after these creatures.
Oh, shite. Hey, Scar, you run back to the wagon. Make sure everyone else is alright. I'm tracking this bastard down. And Ragnar's going to try and track Click Clack.
Make me a survival roll. It's not going to be that hard because Click Clack is not necessarily hiding his tracks at that speed.
I was gonna say, hold on. I'm gonna put a hand on you and cast guidance.
Oh, cool.
So at least you have a little extra, if you'd like.
Or you can save it for a roll you rolled worse on. But yeah.
Well, it's concentration to a minute, so
Yeah.
he's kind of running away from me, but.
So that's a 19.
Yeah, with a 19, you can easily follow where Click Clack headed.
And I'm pretty sure Ragnar's got a decent idea, so if he notices the Quickling tracks diverge from Click Clack's at any point, he's gonna follow Click Clack.
Okay.
But he will make a mental note.
Alright, so Click Clack, make me you put this on Constitution, so we're gonna make it Constitution check.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I just need to check something.
Sky's gonna drink a potion as she walks back to the NPC army.
Yep.
Take a short rest, Ska.
They almost got you.
They did. They got me down very, very far. Very, very quick. Thank goodness for raging, though, because had that happened not raging, I'd have been...
And they
down.
wouldn't have all targeted you if you hadn't been reckless raging, obviously. But, so...
Ooh.
Did I not see a roll?
No,
Oh.
it's fine. I just realized there's something I may be able to do. Hold on just a second. I need to look at the jumping rules.
Wait, what?
Whenever a player says in the middle of a chase scene, I need to look at the jumping rules, I accept that it's a thing, but part of my brain goes, bullshit.
Boots of striding and springing. That's all I have to say.
Nope. Athlete.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. So, is jumping considered to be part of your movement, part of your action?
I've always felt like it was... I think it's part of a movement.
So my ruling in this moment is going to be, it's typically part of your movement. If you are jumping over something that's particularly strenuous, like you're doing a high jump over one of those bars with the twisty flip thing that sports make you do, that would be an action to make that elaborate jump.
Okay.
But typically, it's part of your movement. Like ascending stairs is not an action, it's a thing you do while moving.
So I don't know if this would factor in, but if there is some way I can make up a tiny bit more ground. With athlete, I can make a running long jump or a running high jump after move only 5 feet on foot, not 10.
So that doesn't...
That's where it gets weird,
Yeah.
I know.
So that would matter if you were trying to jump over a bridge or something. You wouldn't need quite as much of a running start. But given that you're running the entire way, that doesn't necessarily factor into this particular chase sequence.
That makes sense. So Constitution roll?
Yeah, Constitution.
22.
Nice.
Okay, so Ragnar, are you also running, or are you just strolling?
He's running, but he knows that he absolutely has no chance of catching up to Click Clack because Click Clack's movement is almost double mine.
Yep. Yep.
I have short legs, and I'm carrying a shit ton of metal.
Yep. So, Click Clack, eventually, you don't... it's infuriating because you feel like you're not gaining on them. And you feel like at one point one of them even doubles back to go, nah. But you do eventually run through this wood. You're not really taking stock of your surroundings as the trees start to become more mushroomy, though the same height, and the light from outside starts to be covered over or by more complete tree cover.
Okay.
You do eventually reach what's kind of a clearing. There again, it's low light in here, but where you have less trees in your way, and you see the two of them dancing around in the center. Still following.
I have a question.
Yep.
I'm stopping there. Actually, I'm stopping a good 60, 70 feet away.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Is there somewhere I can like get behind bushes or be just generally obscured from vision?
Yeah, I'll say that the clearing itself is mostly clear, but on the edge there are plenty of like small bushes, large bushes, trees.
Wonderful. So once I get there, I quickly stop and then I mimic with my Mel the sound of somebody just falling and collapsing in a heap.
No, I was going to say make me a performance roll, but that isn't a thing you have to do.
And then I am pulling back my shirt bow and just waiting for the first of them to stick their head out.
I feel like that's a deception check.
All right, so it's. I'm going to say there's going to be a stealth roll here.
Okay.
You absolutely can make that sound. The question is whether or not you can hide in a successfully deceptive way while having your bow drawn.
27.
Yes. Yes, you can. I'll give them their roll, but they can't roll 27 in with the +5, so...
I don't know how strong these things are, but if one of them is running off with a full set of thieves' tools, wouldn't at least one of them be encumbered?
Yes, they aren't dashing.
Okay.
120 feet is their base move speed.
Yeah,
they were
no,
not
fair.
dashing.
That's fair.
You hear that sickening laughter again, and what's that? And chirped. I don't know. More chirped sounds and. Oh, is it still there? Is it going to follow if we run again? No, we have to keep running. Keep running. Get it back to her. Get it back to her. He wanted a trinket. We found a trinket. Yes, we did. We found a trinket. We got a trinket. What if it has more trinkets? Fast. Feathers. Feathers are so fluffy.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
I want to try. I want to find more. And click, flat roll because you are ambushing.
Oh, good. Because... Oh, no, that don't count, so I'm within 5 feet. Okay. That's okay. I'm sure I'll still roll a 1. I did not roll a 1 for those at home. I rolled a 5.
But unfortunately, a 13 does miss as one of these creatures comes not quite from the angle you're expecting from the voices. They're just so fast. And And your crossbow, you have to adjust quickly, and it just whizzes past the face. Liar!
Foam.
Let's roll initiative again, Jerry.
Okay.
Ragnar, I understand that you are running. I know how many rounds it would take you to catch up. It's a lot.
I was going to say 15, 27, somewhere in there probably.
Oh, they rolled a natural 20.
Of course they did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 9.
So they're going to make a wisdom save. And they're not that wise. So I want it fluffy. I want it. It's fluffy. And they're going to make their attacks.
Okay.
So they don't have advantage. 18 and 17
Are both hits.
Oh, okay. A 14, I believe, is a miss.
14 is a miss, yes.
Okay. So we're going to resolve the first one, and then only the second one gets advantage because they weren't planning on flanking. 7 piercing damage and 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right. So the second one does have advantage.
Okay.
18.
Hit.
So 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Sorry I ask every time. I have a wizard in a different game, and I'm used to being like, oh, you're going to modify your...
Are you at like 1 hit point?
I have more than one.
18
So 2.
again, hits again, so 10 piercing?
Okay. I had 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you out at this point?
I am out fucking cold.
Okay,
Oh, man.
so we're going to leave that scene there for the moment, because no one else is around, and transition to Ragnar. You're wandering through the forest, and you're doing a decent job of keeping track of the footsteps, but I'm going to make me a survival roll to keep track of how you're going to get back.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's fair to say Click Clack was not keeping super close track as he ran.
I think I'll be able to find my way back with a natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So Ragnar, you're trudging along.
Trump. Double time, force march.
Curse Click Clack being so fast, double time, but like keeping almost a speed march.
Yep.
Because
Old dwarven mining chants. Yep.
yeah. Because I want to remind everyone that Click Clack rolled a really good con check to run for a while, so he's a ways off. Before they noticed he was starting to slow down and was like...
Feathery little arsehole's got a set of lungs on him, that's for sure.
For those curious, quicklings are cursed creatures that are not able to stop moving at any time and have to move constantly.
Yep.
So Scott,
Yes.
walking back to the wagon.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Chloe is just sitting in the back. It seems like they pulled over when they noticed you guys had gotten into a tuft with whatever you were vanguarding against. Alice
looks very beat up.
entirely out of it. Oh, was something happening? I can't do different accent.
No worries. Yeah,
yeah.
Scott looks completely beat up. Like lots of little pinpricks all over the place. How long Well, okay, I was going to say how long have they been gone, but they haven't been gone that long if I'm only walking back now.
Yeah, less than a minute at this point. You're just headed back. You haven't. See, the thing is, you haven't reached the wagon yet.
Right.
So you just said goodbye to Ragnar.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm walking back to the wagon. I've already downed one potion. Contemplating downing another.
Chloe will look over at you. You don't look well, dear.
Yeah. Little.
And
I don't even know what they were.
She'll sort of pat the bench on her side. Come on, sit down.
And I will go and sit down.
Take a breather. And she will, she'll start to sing because she can't use her instruments right now. And over the next 10 minutes, you regain some additional hit points.
Cool.
So, roll 2d8.
2d8. Let's turn that without the thingy in the front. 2d8. 8.
Alright. So that's going to be 11 hit points back.
Sweet. So I'm back up to 28.
As there's this soft, comforting and sorrowful melody that runs over you. Do you want to also take a short rest?
Yeah, I will mention that to them that Click Clack ran off and Ragnar went after him.
It's fine. I'm making my Yanti Gloomstalker Ranger now.
I didn't say you had to, but do you want a character sheet?
If he's dead, he's dead. I don't care either way. Both are equally good for me. I mean, he tried to murder 2 small fey creatures and got brought to 0 hit points. So he knew what he was getting into.
Yeah, fortunately, quicklings are not terribly malicious.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, she'll mention the fact that Click Clack ran off and Ragnar went after. And then she's like, I'm just gonna rest here. So yes, I will be taking a short rest.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we're gonna next move back to Ragnar. This is not what was planned for this week, but we're gonna go with it.
You're welcome.
No, I'm not complaining. We're gonna go back to Ragnar. Eventually you do notice that the tree cover is giving way for, would it be called shroom cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I support that name.
Yeah.
Fungal canopy.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Shroom cover makes more sense for what I'm describing. More of the sun is blotted out by this. It's low light, which isn't necessarily an issue for you.
Nope.
And eventually you come across a small clearing. There's definitely some... This is where Click Clack's footsteps stop. Make me just a general investigation as you come up.
17.
With the 17, you can find a arrow, and probably also a few feathers. It's clear there was some kind of scuffle here, but you can't find any footprints leading on from this clearing.
He's just gone.
Yeah, as far as you can tell with a 7. Actually, with the 17, you do notice that towards the center of the clearing, there's slight scorch marks to the ground.
Okay. And roughly about how long was it since I lost sight of Click Clack?
3. Okay, so I'm gonna say, Jeremy. How, you know what your con roll was? How long do you think Click Clack would have run before he started to tire a bit?
We started to tire?
Or slow down a bit.
To the ends of the fucking earth.
Okay, so the quicklings would have gotten bored after about 30 minutes.
Basically, it was a matter of however long those fucking things were running, he was running after them until he just collapsed.
Yeah, so Ragnar, it's been about 45 minutes at this point.
Okay. He's going to look up, because generally when tracks stop, especially when there's a body that is missing, they went up. So he's going to...
You see mushrooms overhead. Though you can make me an Arcana roll.
Okay. 15, which is really good for him.
Yeah. Thinking about it, knowing that you're in the Feywild and weird shit is happening. These are large, thick-trunked mushrooms, but they do kind of approximate a circle of about equal size around. And you are familiar with fairy circles. Typically, mushrooms or flowers.
Damn it.
There's in a they grow out in a circular pattern. They're often thought of as gateways or transportation of some sort.
Yeah, they are.
You don't necessarily know if this is that, but the burn marks you noticed before could be some kind of teleport residue.
It's all good. I've already got my character made.
I know you do. Mother bitch. How long does Ragnar think it would take to chop down some of these mushrooms?
They're thick like tree trunks, but you have a blade made of radiant sunlight, and
I also still have my +1 vicious great axe, which is excellent at chopping shit down, I feel.
And it's mushroom.
Right.
It's mushroom consistency.
Yep.
So a few minutes of concerted effort to get one of them.
He's not... I don't know if he's feeling that spiteful. He just wants his fucking rogue back. Okay. Son of a bitch. We should probably flash to wherever Cat is, because Ragnar needs to think about some things for a minute.
Okay.
I'm sitting on the cart, trying to stop feeling like shit.
All right. Did you roll?
I have not rolled my hit dice yet, because I was like, I don't know how long they're going to be. I wanted to wait. So let's see. I am 50 hit points down. Let's see what I get. I was like, why is it giving me input? Oh, right. I forgot about that level of cleric. Barbarian, please. So that's 13. Can go another one. That's 9. I can't math right now.
22.
You can plus that in your token.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's do one more. Jeez, why is it going down? I need you to stop going down. So that was 3, so one more. 8.
30.
And let's try one more. Another 5. So, 8. That brings me back up by 39.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope. Stop. Plus 39. Alright, I'm still not at full, but I'm gonna stop there.
All right. Be sure to mark down the number you used on your character sheet.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
because I don't think this has come up yet this campaign. As a reminder, on a short rest, you get back half of your maximum possible hit dice as spendable hit dice.
Yeah, I was like, wait, no, I'm gonna do one more. I'm like, there we go, 10 more. Okay. Now I'm 1 under max. I'm good.
That's good.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How difficult do you think Ragnar would find it to find his way back to this place if he goes back to the wagon?
You rolled a natural 20. It's going to be, unless the place physically or magically moves, it will be no trouble at all. Okay. If the place physically or magically moves, you may be able to still track it down with a natural 20.
Right. Then he will take
You can also roll me you have a history as a pirate roll. I'm going to say a survival.
Okay. I'm going to use lucky on that.
Okay.
19.
From your memory and also from your brother's studies, you know that, like, if you leave something here that is traceable, you could track back here with, like, a location or scrying spell.
Yeah. Okay.
Which might be another way to further ensure that you can find it, but...
He is going to... randomly, he has a silver hairpin, so he is going to snap that in half and jam the pointier end of the pair of the once linked pair of objects into one of the mushroom's trunks, more or less.
Okay.
And then stash the other half in his gear and trek back to the wagon.
All right. Okay. So, Scott, after about an hour and a half, maybe, you see Ragnar wandering back.
Scott looks much better.
Yeah.
Ragnar looks much angrier.
She'll jump down and walk over to you. Couldn't find him?
No, I found where he was. But he bit off more than he can chew, and I think they've taken him. So.
Wonderful. And by wonderful, of course, I mean this is horrible.
We are gonna need to have to mount a rescue mission, it seems. So, if everyone can get underway, we need to... We need to get back and see what we can find. So you lot, follow me. We're going to a fairy ring.
Oh God.
Can I just say I love how much this group has grown since in the last several episodes compared to the last time somebody fucked off on their own and Scott and Ragnar were like, well, I guess we're going back to the city.
Hey.
Yeah, you definitely are a group of people that has grown.
No, I am saying that honestly. I think that is amazing.
I think it's adorable that you think it's growth. If this was Alistar, we would be walking back to the Silvered Peaks.
If this was Alistar, we probably
That
would
is
keep
so
walking.
mean,
And
especially
it's so
for
mean.
someone who's not there.
The worst part is that we probably would have done it even if he was here. I think that makes it even worse somehow. Like, he fucked off. All right, he's gone. Let's go.
Navarin, we love Alistar. Unfortunately,
We
none
do.
of the characters do.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that is
Absolutely.
100% a character,
Click
not a
Clack
personal decision.
very much likes Alistar.
That's
He's
fair.
so much fun to fuck with.
That's mean.
I mean, that is his way of expressing his appreciation.
That's fair. Okay. So, because I like suspense, eventually, Ragnar, you navigate everyone back to this fairy grove. I'm assuming you're taking the entire party this
Oh, yeah.
time.
Yeah, because Ragnar knows he's not going to be able to fucking do anything. So hopefully one of these other people might have some talents or abilities or knowledge or something. So, well, there's last evidence of him, and it looks like they used this ring to, I'm assuming, do some transport or something or other. So, thoughts, contributions, ideas, advice, anyone?
I'll take a look. Sylvester will just sort of grunt and
That works.
start going about his thing.
I was gonna say, is there anything I can roll to see if I'd have any clue?
Yeah, absolutely. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Do I get my +5 from Ragnar?
Ragnar, are you standing near Scott?
Yep.
Sweet. It's a 19.
With a 19, you're sort of looking around and you remember some things sort of about this. You can't recall the details. It was a long time ago, but you definitely learned about this as a child growing up. And there's definitely a way you could recover those memories.
Yeah.
But that's what you get with the 19. You know
Because I have some teeth.
things about them as I frantically run through a few NPC character sheets to see what blood hunters can do in this situation.
Yeah. Like anyone looking at Ska, she's just kind of like standing there with like her fingers on her temples. Like, I should remember this. I should remember this. Why can't I remember this?
Alistar seems confused about why you're here and potentially has already forgotten that Click Clack ever existed.
I just assumed he fell asleep again.
That's also possible.
Yeah.
Oriette can do nothing. Someone could punch a tree. And
Chloe, we're still trying to find an arm for.
Chloe is having some trouble with her spellcasting focus being a harp at the moment, but she can technically still cast, so... Let me check her spell list. She'll... If it's a gateway, I could try knocking.
All right, let's give it a shot and see what happens.
Why not?
All right. She sort of reaches out towards the center of the grove, and just you hear this thudding sound like knocking on a large wooden or steel door. Tung, tung. And you see these beautiful lights, luminescence coming from the mushrooms. It's pulsating golds and blues. And I'm going to ask, who would be standing within, of you two, are you standing within the circle of the mushrooms?
I think everybody was.
Okay.
Ragnar would have literally, like, pulled the wagon, the cart, everybody into the center and been like, all right, investigate outward. This is the point.
And Sylvester kind of looks up, about to say something, potentially teleport incoming, as you are all collected in this light. And click clack.
Yep.
So you're sort of waking up. You're staring up at a ceiling made of what you can best describe as knickknacks. There's a wire, a hair or clip, part of a spinning wheel, metal, shiny, fancy wood, just sort of netted into a structure that seems to have managed just through sheer force of stuff to have stayed tense, taut, whatever, above your head.
Can I move?
Yeah, it hurts. You're at 1 hit point, but
Uh-huh. Do I have anything on me?
you've got your armor, and your shoes, and your glasses, goggles.
Okay.
I just click clack all the end of this one whose stuff gets taken.
Right.
Because he's got the shiniest stuff.
He
Get up.
factually doesn't, but sorry, Jeremy.
I get up. Ow. Oh shit, that means they got my dubious bombs.
Make me a perception roll.
Boom! Boom! Well, there went the quickling problem.
I have a feeling they have evasion.
Well,
They definitely have evasion. So as you're sort of stretching, one of those quicklings darts out of your sleeve.
opportunity attack?
You have a fist, so make me an
I'm going to try to grapple by grabbing it around the neck.
make me an athletics roll against the quicklings.
Disadvantage?
Acrobatics. It's not technically an attack roll, so no.
16?
That's
For the record, that is my first attack roll above a 5, I think, with the exception of the 20 that was paired with a 1.
Yeah. You're not necessarily weak, but you're fast, and these things are fast, and you don't manage to grab it. You're left holding just air.
Where'd it go?
You sort of look around and you notice it's hiding behind a large flower pot that's part of the structure holding this thing up. You're awake. You're awake. Oh, I'm not supposed to
For
do
those
that.
at home, I just put my hand up and crick my finger like, come here.
You're awake. And he darts off in some direction.
I dive after him to grab him. Because this is going to be funny when I miss.
Athletics.
9!
He can technically roll a natural 1? No.
Thump.
Yeah.
Full body sprawl.
Motherfucker.
Whose voice?
Probably Ragnar, because Ragnar would have the right tone to it.
Motherfucker.
Gets up. Assuming that I didn't knock myself unconscious with my 1 hit point when I collided with the ground. Get up. Brush myself off. Try to look dignified. And start heading the way the little shitbag went.
Okay. You wander through this den, essentially. It's entirely made of these knickknacks and little bits and baubles. You can see quite a few things you recognize as pieces of objects and quite a few more things that you have no idea what they would have ever been a part of. No, like, weaponry or anything like that. Mostly just tools, springs, mechanical-ish things, stuff like that. Eventually, you trace the Quickling's route to this larger room where, as you're looking around for the Quickling, your eyes settle on essentially a throne in the center of the room and a woman who looks like she's made out of clockwork bits. Sort of tilts a head made out of presumably a pan that's been bashed into shape and a sort of eye that's like kind of half a doll eye that's half dangling out of its socket, and more bits of the same doll or a different doll for one of her cheeks. And these pieces arrange into a sort of smile. Oh, you're awake.
I stop, I look, and then do a bow.
She'll give you a slight nod bow back. Mm-hmm. I am glad my pet things did not cause you any more harm. I apologize. When I fix them, they tend to get a little more rambunctious than they should be. It's an overcorrection. And you spot a sort of bottle jar, like one of those Mason's jars, with a lid stopper on it, and one of the quicklings sort of vibrating back and forth inside of it. Sorry.
Um.
I think we're gonna
So
go
I
to
will.
break. Oh.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, that works.
All right, so that's where we're going to break. We will be back in a few.
And welcome back, everyone, as Click Clack stares at a patchwork mechanical fey queen.
Yup, I do that indeed. I can't remember what I was going to say before we stopped.
Sorry. I specifically gave you a break so that you could figure out what you wanted to do next.
I had what I was gonna do next. And then you said we were going to break. I was like, okay.
Sorry.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. So are there any of the little fuckers around? This is saying that not
one of them is in a little jar and just went, sorry.
So I pointed him, and then I reach in and I turn my pockets out. Question mark? Shrug shoulders?
Her head will sort of turn. The neck doesn't necessarily move. It's more like the head itself. The basket. It's the basket. And she'll sort of wave a hand. A small woven basket, or moderately sized woven basket, scoots across the floor towards Click Clack. And as it does, you see your weapon sort of fly out of it and back towards her. I will be keeping these for the moment, you understand. But your items have been returned. And yeah, all of your stuff is in there,
okay,
including your thieves' tools.
Full hands. Thank you. Bow sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Side. Are the dubious bombs in there?
They are.
Okay. He's not using them. He just wants to see how if she went for just the obvious weapons.
Now, your potions and bombs are still there.
Putting stuff back on. Grabbing the pipe. Putting it in with a glare to the quick flame.
Yep.
Exit?
No one has asked that before. Huh. I don't know of one.
Entrance?
I will show you to the entrance. And she sort of gets up. Her legs are slightly different lengths as she sort of lopes on these broken springs and strange bits. She leads you back out the way you came.
Okay.
And down a few different of these little nest holes. If you've seen Guardians, the area between Pitch and Bunny's areas.
Yeah.
Except for made entirely of scrap metal.
Mm-hmm.
And you arrive at a room where on the exterior, on the edge of the room, there's a circle of mushrooms lining the edge. And she will give you place her hand out, indicating it. This is the entrance. You were brought here by mine.
Arcana roll.
Sure.
Nat 20.
You're very familiar with fairy circles. They're not something you've ever personally run across, but there are usually flowers or mushrooms or something that create a circle that's sort of a transportation or barrier between places. And as you're knowing about this, the mushrooms start to light up, and the rest of your party in a cart materialize in the center of the room. Guests? How unusual.
Is she speaking common?
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
What up, motherfuckers?
Well, good to see you're still alive. Where the hell are we now?
Yeah, Ragnar's
Scott,
gonna do a quick
described
analysis of the
it's
place.
made of. It's basically a nest warren thing made entirely of scrap bits and pieces. Sorry, Ragnar?
Yeah, Ragnar's just doing a quick tactical analysis of the area.
Insight.
Okay. That's a 4.
Found Click Clack. So that's a check mark on objectives.
Click like, how are ya?
You know, I was going to say roll me a deception roll. Well, I was going to say roll me a deception roll, but you can't succeed it.
I'm assuming Click Clack looks a little beat up.
Click Clack looks like he's at 1 hit point, so yes.
Alright, then I will
I want to roll that deception roll anyway.
Disadvantage. And anyone rolling insight against you has advantage.
10!
I'm not even going to bother with the insight. He looks beat up. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Well, that's the thing. He's trying to play it off otherwise.
Uh-huh.
Scott, you can make me an insight or medicine roll to tell how injured Click Clack may be.
Well, I'm crap at both of those, but I get advantage on insight, you said?
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll do that one. 18!
He says that, but one of the fingers that is doing the okay symbol has a sort of, is still sort of bleeding a little bit through the feathers.
Is missing?
No, I'm not that mean.
Scott's gonna come over and kind of pat you on the back. Yeah, feel better.
I fall over because I take a hit point worth of damage from that pat on the back.
No, you do not. In fact, you gain 7 hit points from that pat on the back.
Yay!
Yay!
8.
It's not much, but it's a little.
Pardon us for intruding, but where are we?
And I look over to the clockwork.
This is the scrapwork yard.
Okay.
We have not had so many visitors in a long time.
And how close is that to the Silvered Peaks?
Distance is not far. We're on the same plane.
Well, that's reassuring at least. Is there a city or any other landmarks nearby? Because I've got no idea where the scrapyard is.
She looks, I'll show you, yes. And starts walking through the warren. Do you follow?
Yes. Ragnar's going to sort of gesture for everybody to follow along.
So
If
you
Ragnar goes,
arrive
Scott will go.
back in the throne room, where she sort of points up and to the right at one of the walls, where you see the tattered bits of a flag jammed into the rest of it. That is a landmark. It is something that was used to mark the land and is now used to make that area slightly warmer.
Well, it's a very interesting spot we've got here. Is she still walking or has she just stopped?
She's stopped. She's pointing at the flag.
Okay. Is this where the city used to be?
This is where all cities used to be. This is the scrapyard. This is where... She seems to pause for a second. All the things that the feywild discards end up. This is where all of the not nature goes.
And what happens to these bits and bobbles after they end up here?
They grow. This place grows them.
All right.
I wanted something, but it did not work.
What was it you were wondering?
I wanted something new, not discarded, but my children my retainers instead brought me a near dead, something else, falling out of use.
Well, that's both by turns fascinating and disturbing in the extreme. So you're in charge of this place then, are you?
This is my domain, yes.
Well, we just so happen to have an assignment from the Father of Wolves to retrieve some boons from the more powerful Fae in these parts. Is it something you might be able to help us with?
Yeah.
I can offer a boon. a pathetic, useless thing, but if you earn it, it can be yours.
Alright, well, we'd be interested in at least hearing the process involved.
I want something new, I think. Something mine, not hand-me-down.
Something new that hasn't been cast off by somebody who was using it before.
This is the place for things that people don't need. So anything people need doesn't end up here yet. So everything we have is others' uselessness. That is why I have so many of them. And as you look, you see about 3 quicklings just dart through, carrying little bits of a smashed plate. They were discarded too, so I fixed them.
Right.
But I can't fix and she sort of paused, staring at what looks like half of a teacup that's helping to hold up one of the columns that's holding up this side of the room.
And what do these columns look like?
They're basically just piles of stuff that seem to be jutting up at random points to support the ceiling that is also a pile of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it is just a shockingly standing collection of items that were just piled on top of each other. There's a few boxes, there's some springs, and there might even be like a rope bit that's tying a few things together. Worn down, rusted metal, broken china, stuff like that. Did that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a hodgepodge mishmash of old artifacts and crap.
Yeah.
Fairly degenerated, but it's at least supporting
mostly
the ceiling.
stuff that's metal or wood, clearly made things.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, synthetic, or at least manufactured. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you're looking for something new and solid to sort of replace these old foundations, then, eh?
I think so, yes.
Well, all right then. I think you've come to the right people. Lads and lasses, we've got a bit of masonry to accomplish here. So, gonna need as many of you with strong backs and able to follow instructions as we can. And
What exactly
Ragnar,
are we doing?
renovations. Lady here needs some maintenance and upkeep done on her current location. So,
Ragnar,
Yeah.
I want you to roll me Insight or Arcana, your choice.
They are equally terrible.
Your choice.
I'm going to roll Insight, and I'm going to use a luck point and hopefully roll better than a 4 next time. 12.
You did roll better than a 4.
I did roll better than a 4. I rolled an 11.
You do remember that, whether or not this matters to Ragnar, you do remember that the Quicklings were running off with Click-Clack's thieves' tools.
Right.
You also remember she mentioned specifically, like, she's looking for useful things that people didn't discard.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
Okay. Well, in
just
that
a
case,
little more information as you go forward.
Okay. In that case, if she's looking for useful things that people didn't discard, he will pull out, unless, of course, one of these would suffice for your needs, and he'll pull out, he's got an alchemist kit and an herbalist kit that he has barely touched. I could freely offer you one of these.
She'll look at them. So there's something you don't need.
Well, I wouldn't say I don't need them, but they're useful. They're helpful, and I certainly haven't thrown them away. They're valuable to me, but I'd be willing to trade.
I have nothing to trade. Nothing here has memories left.
Oh, or if, and his entire demeanor sort of changes. If you're looking for something with memories, and he very slowly reaches into his waist pouch and pulls out a pebble.
Is this a specific pebble that the GM has forgotten about?
This is the pebble that he gets as being a Tideborn. You get the pebble that you
You get something from the shore where you showed up. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
I forgot you had a pebble. She's just sort of staring at it.
This is my very first memory. And he just sort of holds it out to her.
Slowly, one of these sort of broken spider Coraline hands will take it.
Oh, God. You had to make that reference. Oh, God.
Right?
Okay, keep going.
See, the great thing is I don't know if Neil Gaiman or spiders is what bothered Jack.
Coraline. The specific reference to a Coraline hand is pretty much the most terrifying thing on the planet.
No. They did a good job with that movie.
They did.
She'll turn it around. And as she does, you see, like, the bits of doll frame sort of knit together and everything start to become rearranged. Not necessarily more orderly, but more cohesive. The bits of metal that made up her hair become more this wire knot of maybe steel wool, something like that sort of shape, but uniform across. The eye sort of recedes into a socket that now has something resembling a lid and more very like plaster doll-like but cohesive features. The hand itself that's holding the thing seems to become more mechanical but all the same as opposed to having like bits and pieces that are out of place. And you're watching this creature or glow gold and bright with radiant and light. I would like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. I'm so good at those.
Natural 20, 29.
Natural 1.
Ah!
I do not have disadvantage, but it doesn't matter. That is a natural 1, which means that with a +5, if I was close enough, it's a 4. If I was not close enough, I just rolled a -1.
I love that you can roll.
So, GM ruling,
Oh, man.
natural ones are natural ones. Even if a 4 was the DC, it doesn't matter.
I am aware of that. I'm just saying I may have rolled a -1 total.
On a d20,
Yeah.
I have rolled a -1.
I do think it's very funny that Ragnar was like, natural 20, and the both of us were just like, nope, natural 1. Like, alright, that's a thing that just happened. Hurts my heart.
Yeah. So you're all watching this and you all feel the raw power and magic of this transformation as I realize I have 5 NPCs that need to make wisdom saves. Wait, only 4. And Click Clack and Scott, you are both considered frightened of this creature. Not necessarily terrified, but the sheer awe and presence of a powerful fae is sort of captivating your mind.
Okay.
Excuse me, charmed. It's charmed for fae and frightened for demons.
I mean,
Wait.
that fits with where he was
Wait.
already fine for it.
Was it a charm effect? Because I get advantage on those saving throws.
Okay, you can make me another roll.
Okay. Much better with rolling of a...
Which means
That's
not
an 11.
better.
But it's,
Yeah, no, that's
that's-
still absolutely a failure.
that's fine, but it's not a natural 1, and that's all that really matters.
Sure.
Yes, that's what you want to think.
Yep. All right.
See how the rest of my little army is faring.
Yeah, give me a second to get all those character sheets up. Sylvester actually does get advantage on this. All the good it does him, he fails. Chloe, for reasons of her own, will elect to fail. Fail, and Laureate barely succeeds. So, yeah, most of your army is also charged by this creature.
Okay, well, can't win them all. And yeah, Ragnar's just waiting to see what happens next.
And like after about a minute of this transformation slowly occurring in this brilliant light, she sort of, Ragnar grasps your hands, and despite her new form, it's still really disconcerting because it feels like metal but sort of slightly alive, slightly pulsating. Thank you. This is what I was looking for. It's... And Ragnar, You're the only one not charmed of the group, so you're the only one that sees sort of behind these eyes. You see this sloshing almost in the reflection of her eyes. Is like a tidal wave. I should get you something. Yes, trade. I should boon. I can give you something.
He's watching very closely, as best he can, at least.
Make me an insight roll. Why not?
14.
She's not stable. She's not safe to be around, but she seems to be being honest.
Okay. He'll take honest over stable at this point.
I was going to say, you don't say.
Yeah. And she'll sort of scurry past you guys down the hallway. Staring at her random treasures. And Ragnar, you see her footprints are leaving behind puddles of water.
Yeah, we're following. Well, he is. With a rather emphatic gesture of, stay close, everybody!
Yeah. Okay. You hear sort of a humming and a whispering before you actually see any of them, but clearly whatever has taken place has attracted the attention of lots of these quicklings who are kind of staring and, what's happened? What did he do? What did they do? What's going to happen next? Did she find something? But we were supposed to find her something. Oh, she's going to be mad. And yes, the quicklings have a more normal voice now because I realized that was hurting my throat.
Legit.
As she sort of, and she pulls sort of from one of the bits of the wall, not even seeming to care that tunnel just sort of collapses on several quicklings. They have evasion. They get out just fine.
Okay. Whether they do or not, Ragnar doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
She can murder as many of those guys as she wants.
And Ragnar, she hands out to you. It's the trumpet side of a trombone, and it's been sheared at the other end. But like as she hands it to you, that sort of broken trumpet piece is almost morphs into the shape of a metal flower, like I want to say a lily, though that sounds kind of wrong. With the sort of swooping side to it.
Thank you very much.
As she hands it to you, everything around her is dripping with water.
Am I getting any...
At this point, you two can repeat the save if you'd like. Sorry, Ragnar.
Am I getting a fresh or salt water vibe off this water?
Salt.
Salt?
Definitely salt.
Okay.
Given your particular divine alignment, it's not that hard for you to put it together.
Right, yeah. Yep.
But
okay.
yeah, you both succeed at this point. So you two are no longer charmed.
Is it possible? Well, thank you very much. Is it? We don't wish to disturb you further. If you'd care to show us the exit, we'd be happy to be on our way and out of your hair.
Oh yeah, your friend asked us before. There isn't one.
What?
That's problematic.
This is you don't have an exit for a dumping ground. things come in.
Then, how did your little, speedy rapid little helpers find us before?
Oh, there's outside, but you can't. They're helpful.
That I can understand.
They don't quite belong here, but they only belong here, nowhere else, so... I'm sorry, I need to sit down for a bit. She sort of shakes her head, spraying water everywhere, and lots of the quicklings go, ew, ah!
Hey,
As they get...
Don't knock it till you tried it, lads.
Meh, I tried it. Tastes like salt. Stupid dwarf. Runs in the opposite direction. As she just sort of lays against one of the pillars. Scott, Click-Clack, are there anything you two are doing?
Scott is again trying not to have a panic attack.
Wisdom saves.
Yeah.
That's the anti-panic attack roll.
Yeah.
It's true, it is.
I'm gonna actually do that real quick. Yeah, okay. I'm okay.
Ragnar is a stabilizing presence.
Yep.
Yeah. For many reasons for Scott.
He's more keeping an eye on those little fuckers. Make sure they don't steal his shit again.
Perception?
$21.
You're good. It seems like she told him off for stealing from you earlier. One of them's in a jar now, so they don't want to also be in jars.
Yeah, he likes this. He likes this person.
Ragnar's gonna take a look at this flower for a second.
Yeah.
And see if he can figure out exactly how it works. If indeed it's a works.
No, I'm gonna say nature.
Nature roll? Okay.
Yeah, because she's still fundamentally a creature of the Feywild.
14.
You can feel strong magic coming from it, but it doesn't seem like a usable or a tunable item to your sensibilities.
Okay. Sounds good then.
Or if it is, it's not something that you'd be able to use.
All right.
At this point.
Right. He will then place it in his bag of preservation.
Okay.
Which he has.
Oh. Bag of colding.
Pretty much. Bag of keeping fresh flowers. Because he bought it from an herbalist. And...
I thought you brought it from fruit seller, but okay.
Yeah, didn't we get it for the lemons?
Is that what we got it for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain.
I couldn't remember if we got it from the herbalist in the Underdark or not. But nope. Lemons makes more sense. Yep. And he will begin to just take a little bit of a wander. See if he can get a vibe for this place at all.
You begin to wander.
Recommending that everybody stays close.
Scott is not leaving your side.
We'll keep close for now.
Okay. It's easy to tell where she's walked, or at least where she's walked since Ragnar gave her the pebble, because there's drips of water there. Everything is starting to smell a bit like the ocean and like rust. Yeah. Ever been to a poorly maintained boat.
Yep. Scrap metal and salt water does not interact terribly well most of the time.
Nope.
This is true.
Yeah. The entire place thrums with magic. It's just made of these discarded bits of things.
Okay.
Do I have the, like... I know, like, it was a spell that got us down here, right?
You'd assume it was a magical effect.
Would it be able to take us back out the way we came is the thought process. Doors are rarely one way.
Roll me an Arcana, why not?
All right. 11.
I mean, that would follow logically.
Okay. Because, yeah, let's go. We'll mention it.
Well, certainly worth an effort. Chloe got us in here. Maybe Chloe can get us all out. Click-clack, you ready to go?
Thumbs up. Look back to Clockwork Lady with a beatific plea on face. Gesture to empty weapon sheaths and bow.
Oh yeah, okay. And she waves her hand and the weapons sort of fly into their sheaths around your person easily enough. And you're now drenched in salt water. Because apparently something... Actually, Click-Clack has no way of knowing why this is going on.
Yeah, legit.
But, yeah, you've got your weapons back. And she'll give you a nod back.
And Ragnar's going to do something very stupid.
Okay.
He will turn to her and say, we do need to be at least attempting to get back on the road to where we're headed. Silver Peaks, of course. And but should you require anything, don't hesitate to call on me.
I will remember that. What is your name?
Ragnar Einherjar.
Ragnar and Harrier. I'm the Queen of the Clockwork Lands.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Majesty.
Right.
Take care and best of luck to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys head back to the...
Yep.
Fairy Circle?
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. So once you get there, Chloe will... You know, I'm a little worried. She was mentioning that this isn't... I've probably read too many fairy tales.
Sorry, what's this now?
Well, so she was talking about how this is a place for discarded things, a place that can't be left, or can't be left by those that aren't useful.
Mm-hmm.
I can try the spell, it's just, I don't know if... Even if we leave, I don't know if we really leave, if that makes any sense, and also, I don't know if... She just sort of looks down at herself, shakes her head.
You're a damn useful girl, and we're going to fix that missing arm of yours, so I won't hear any back talk about who's useful and who's not. Besides, you got us in here, and you're the one who's going to get us out, so I'd say, at the moment, you're possibly the most useful out of all of us.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Still have 1 luck point if I need it. I think I'll stick with my 19.
Okay. With a 19, you might be right. We'll see. And she will perform the knock spell. You see the mushrooms start to light up, and something's gonna happen next week.
All right.
If you like this crazy Feywild stuff, join us tomorrow for Changeling, where Jack does much better.
That's fucking tomorrow. Good God. I am... Okay,
tomorrow.
Yes, it is. Tomorrow, and there will be announcements about that. But for now, we're going to say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.